Sofa Restaurant. Good evening, Nina. Also, Mark Galea. Good evening, Mark. Michael. Okay, we're just a rumble with our next event for the ISCA Australian Cruiserweight Championship. Scheduled 5 rounds. Would you welcome in the blue corner, trained by Terry Nichols from Keon Park, wearing black trunks with red piping. 4 bouts, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Scaling 87.1 kilograms. Pounding Pat Costanzo. Pat Costanzo. Across the ring in the red corner, from Brunswick, we thank Joker Della Pizza and the Moody Ponds Gymnasium. Trained by Slam and Sam Greco, already a big favorite on the martial arts scene. Wearing white front with Nader across the front with black piping. 2 bouts, 2 wins. Made a sizzling debut last December on Tarek Solik's big program at Thornbury. Beat Steve Irvine. Tonight scaling 87.7 kilograms. Jolting Joe Nader. Bruce.
Well, another lively introduction for these two opponents, with Nader and Costanzo. Costanzo coming out of the blue corner, Nader coming out of the red corner. Had a fairly even match here.
Well, I'm not game enough to say, actually, after saying that Alexi was one of the most exciting fighters I've seen for a long time.
We'll forgive you for that one.
But no, I've seen both boys fight. Pat has had 4 fights for 2 wins and 1 draw, and Joe Nader has had 2 fights for 2 wins. This will be a very interesting contest. Both boys heavy cruiserweight, sorry.
And a flurry of gloves to start it all off. This, of course, is for the ISKA, Australian Cruiserweight title. Both solid boys, extremely fit, trying each other out. Costanzo at this stage taking the fight up to Nader. Couldn't say at this stage of time that either had an advantage.
No, it's still early. Both boys feeling each other out. But Pat certainly more on the offensive. Referee breaking them up again.
Bit of fancy stuff there, and back into his own corner. Here's push Joe Nader. Referee calling for the break. Referee again in this event is Bruce Haynes. Five rounds to decide the Australian Cruiserweight title.
Nice front kick there by Joe Nader. Pat seeming to load that right just about every time he throws it. He'll be looking for the knockout, I guess. As distinct from the previous fight, these boys are a little bit heavier, therefore a little bit slower.
Certainly don't in any way lack. Bell goes for first round. And I think at this stage in time, fairly even on points, one would say.
I'd probably put Pat slightly in front. He threw a few more leg kicks there and a few more scoring shots. But again, Joe was a little bit more on the defensive. Both boys still trying to sort each other out, though.
Is there a minimum amount of leg kicks they're supposed to put in? It's not like the American rules where they're supposed to lay 8 leg kicks or attempt thereof?
No, you can throw as many leg kicks and punches as you want. Really, it's just scoring each possible occasion.
And we should explain at this point in time where the scoring points, or the best scoring points, are in respect to kicking.
Well, this is kickboxing, so leg kicks and any sort of kicks really do score as evenly as do the punches.
Well, the areas that are out of bounds are?
Obviously, the groin is pretty much it.
Inside the leg?
Inside, outside, body, head, all that's allowed.
Okay. Round number 2 coming up. Waiting for referee Bruce Haynes. Seconds just a little slow getting out. Bell is called for. Round number 2 here for the ISKA Australian Cruiserweight title. Fresh air shot to start it off. And again, Joe Nader on the aggressive.
Actually, Pat Costanzo, but Joe seems to be biding his time there, I think. Nice roundhouse kick to the legs there by Pat.
Very cool, calm customer, Pat. Doesn't change the expression on his face at any time. Concentration. Whoa, that was a miscue. The fighter's being asked in the neutral corner to step back. Temperature here at Festival Hall tonight in the high 20s.
Nice straight right there by Pat. Lands square on the jaw of Joe Nader. Both boys trading leg kicks.
They're pretty equal in that stakes. Them back on the ropes. And Bruce Haynes really working overtime. Nader getting right in there to the midriff. Costanzo happy there to stand there and swap it. And the end of round 2. Well, there's not a whole lot in this. There's certainly, if anybody may have a points advantage, just very, very slightly. At the moment, I'd have to give it to Pat Costanzo.
I'd say you're right there, Ian. He's certainly in front of my scorecard.
3 judges here tonight who, it appears at this stage, may be the decision makers for this event. They are Joe Ianciano, Mark Colley, and Lucy Tui, all the way across from New Zealand. And we certainly welcome you here tonight. First 2 events on the card here tonight, both by TKOs. And the second one a little bit more colourful with the throwing into the towel, in fact. And that was a bit of a surprise upset, I think, there, that it happened so quickly.
Well, I thought it would be a much closer fight than what it ended up being, but I'm sure Alex will recover from this loss and be back stronger than ever.
Concentration now between Joe Nader and Pat Costanzo. This is for the Australian Cruiserweight title. Round 3 coming to us now. Nader nearly had the legs taken from under him. Exchanges in the corner, and again, it's Costanzo who is the aggressor. Costanzo. Back in the exchanges. The kick to the right leg, returning it again. Firstly Costanzo, secondly Nader, turning around in a clinch.
It's only the 3rd round. There seems to be some fatigue on both boys' faces there.
Yes, well, of course, it's 2 rounds remaining after this. They're going to be very tired boys. I'm just saying about 27 degrees here at Festival Hall. And to equate that in the old temperature, around about 80 degrees, 85 degrees.
Oh, nice combination. Caught him with a straight left right on the jaw there. Joe still going for it.
Yeah, Joe Nader, this is what he needed.
The referee's not stepping in, so both boys are trading punches there.
Nader badly needed to get those points. He was lagging behind in our estimations. It certainly piled in there, but couldn't go on with it. And now Costanzo on the back foot.
Well, this is where fitness really does start to tell.
With no disrespect to either competitor here, it's almost getting into slow motion stage.
Well, it's to be expected, I guess, with the heavier weights, but it seems to have struck early. Well, it was a much better round for Joe.
What were your thoughts on that?
It was a much better round for Joe. I think he won that round. I still have Pat slightly in front, but it's a much closer fight now.
Ice packs being applied to the legs, and I tell you what, they'd be a tired pair of legs, I think, on both departments. Connections there talking, the respective coaches. Also, the psychological part of it comes into it now. I would think that you'd want to be seeing the clear picture and getting that reassurance.
This is where the trainer is so important. He's the one that's really telling you what's happening in that ring, because you're really focusing on the other person and not so much on what's happening around you. So his trainer's there to tell him what he should be doing and what he shouldn't be doing. So
I felt Joe Nader played a little bit of catch-up in that last round, though.
He certainly did. He certainly did. And he traded there some punches in the corner. In fact, I thought he had Pat at one stage, but Pat fought back and fought back well.
Bruce Haynes calls them together.
Ooh, nice straight right there by Pat Costanzo.
It's implied, I think, it was a little low, but the referee didn't want to know about it.
There's a groin. Oh, no, the referee's not stepping in. Joe taking advantage of that. Ooh, some trading of knees there.
Well, you know, I guess the old saying is, you give it to me, I'll take it. Referee watching very intently. Break is the call. And once again, referee Bruce Haynes pulls Nader and Costanzo apart. Back to centre ring. Costanzo again the aggressor. Nader starting to lane a couple.
Finding his mark now. Nice combinations there. Lefts and rights.
Definitely the Nader, the stronger in close. Nader now starting to get a more positive stare on his expression on his face. And a couple of times he's had Costanzo on the back pedal. Back in his own corner, Costanzo covering up.
Smile there on Pat's face saying, none of those hurt. Oh, nice straight right. Another straight right.
Crowd started to get very vocal. Costanzo in, trying for the leg kicks again. Nader retaliates. Really bullocking in there. And as I say, very, very strong in close. The bell. The end of round number 4. How do you see the fight now, Steve? Really hotting up.
Very close now. It's another strong round for Joe Nader there. He's some great scoring shots, both lefts and rights. I'd now say that Joe would probably be slightly in front, but it's a very close fight.
So it is the 5th and final deciding round for this ISKA Australian Cruiserweight title.
Absolutely. This has been an exciting fight. It's all down to the wire now. The last round will decide who the winner is. On my scorecard, anyway.
Okay. Both competitors in deep conversation with their trainers. And as we mentioned before, the psychological aspect of the whole thing is all going to come together with what physical excesses they've got left. And in close at the moment, Joe Nader is certainly getting on top. So we'll have to see if Pat Costanzo can stand back and virtually pick him off that way. Touch of gloves. Final round. 2 minutes. Whoa. Waiting for the bell. Costanzo the first one in there. Started off in the first 2 rounds very strong. Nader coming back in the last two. We believe they are fairly equal on points. This will be the decider.
The illegal kick to the groin there.
Again, Nader piling in on top of Costanzo. Costanzo fighting back. He knows that there's no more time left. Points are up for grabs. Changing it in the neutral corner. Determination. Costanzo in the black trunks. Nader in the white. Break is the call.
Joe's left leg has taken some battering during the fight, and it's really starting to play up now. Although he uses it effectively there.
Well, starting to appear. Costanzo
nice
again
left.
in trouble.
Another nice left.
Nader piling in. This is where he's been strongest right through this fight. And the referee getting a raspberry. Bruce Haynes, hope he's getting double money. Suggestion of a low blow. Time ticking away. Looks like it's going to go down to a judge's decision. Two of them again. Costanzo again. Nader fighting back. Nader again. And there it is.
I think both boys relieved to hear that bell. Excellent fight.
Well, this is going to be a very, very close decision. And to both of them, congratulations, an excellent exhibition of their craft.
Absolutely.
But only one of them, unfortunately, can be the new ISKA Australian Cruiserweight title holder.
I'm glad I'm a commentator here tonight, not a judge. This is going to be a real close one.
And we're now about to cross up to Howard Lee for the all-important decision. And right at the moment, the two very, very battered fighters together. And the decision coming our way.
Michael, can I have the score sheet? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a very close battle by split decision. And the new champion, Cruiserweight Iska, Nader.
Winning the ISKA Australian Cruiserweight title over Pat Costanzo on a split decision.